Hello, this is Mr. Stansbury. I'm going to take you through the 5 I notes on the standard deviation. At the end of this, you should be able to calculate the standard deviation of simple data by hand, and then also be able to calculate the standard deviation of more complex data on a graphing calculator. Alright, let's get started. So, first thing we want to take a look at here is what standard deviation is. Okay, standard deviation is basically it's the dispersal of the data. So really what it means is that it measures the difference between the scores and the mean. Okay, so the larger the standard deviation, the more widely spread the data is. And then conversely, the smaller the standard deviation is, the more compact it is, the more closely fit together all the data is. Okay, so to be able to calculate the standard deviation by hand, you have all of these lovely steps. And then it's all represented by this formula right here. But the first thing you do is you find the mean, and then you find the difference between each score and the mean. I'll show you how to do all this here in a second. Square each of your answers from step 2. Take the sum of all your answers from this here, step 3, and divide by the total number of scores. And then the last step is to take the square root of this step 4 right here. And again, this is the crazy formula. Okay, and I tried to color code it so you could at least kind of try to figure out what the heck it means. So standard deviation is, here's our square root. This crazy looking E here actually stands for the sum, so you're adding all the numbers. And then this X here is your score, and then you subtract the mean. So you're adding up all of these scores where you subtract the score from the mean, and then you square it, add those all up, divide by the total number of scores, and then square root it. Okay, and again, that looks confusing, and it really kind of is for taking a look at this. Let's break it down into steps. Excuse me, into steps, and I think that will help out a lot, make it easier. Okay, so let's take a look at example 20 from page 150. Okay, so it says calculate the standard deviation for the sample 2, 5, 4, 6, 7, 5, and 6. Okay, so here's the steps again from the previous page. So let's do this kind of piece by piece. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is let's find the mean. Okay, so we're going to add all these up. 2 plus 5 plus 4 plus 6 plus 7 plus 5 plus 6 gives us 35. Right, and then there are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we divide that by 7, and we get 5. Okay. So first thing we did was find the mean. So step 1, we got the mean equals 5. Okay. Find the difference between each score and the mean. Okay. So now gets a little bit more fun, so we find the difference between each score and the mean. So let's do this. Let's do 2, 5, 4, 6, 7, 5, and 6. And then here, we'll write the mean down here. 5, 5, 5, 5 for each one of those. And then find the difference between each score and the mean. So let's just subtract these. We get the negative is not going to matter. I'll put it on there anyway just for good measure, but it's not going to matter because we are going to square our answers, which is going to get rid of our negative, but let's leave it on there for now. 0, -1, 1, 2, 5, and 1. Okay. So we found the difference between each score and the mean. Now we're going to square each of our answers from step 2. So all of these here are going to get squared. this gives us 9, 0, not 6, but 0. That does not look good. This is 1, 1, 4, 25, and 1. Okay, so we squared each of our answers from step 2, so we're already done with the first 3. Take the sum of all our answers. So we got to add all these up. 9, 10, 11, 15, 25, 35, 41. So we get a grand total of 41, except for, oh look, crazy math teacher guy did this one wrong. Let's go back. This here, 5 minus 5 is not 5, it is 0. So that should be 0. That should be 1, that's better. 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, that's what we're looking for. Sorry about that. So we've taken the sum, we took the sum of our answers, and now we're going to divide by the number of scores. So we're going to take this 16, divide by the number of scores, which is 7. So we take 16 divided by 7, and we get 2.28, I think it was. 2.2, that's 2.29. Excuse me. And then we take the square root of that number. So take the square root of that. So take the square root of 2.29. Since that number is already in our calculator, let's just do the second square root of our answer. So I did second square root, second answer. And we get 1.51. I guess we do 1.512 is our standard deviation on that. All right, so that's how to do it by hand.